I'm Greg Ewasko. I'm Chief Ice Technician for Curling Canada and also the Chief Ice Technician for 2026 Montana's Brier.
So we asked some questions of the audience and they have a few questions for you.
Well, hopefully they're not hard.
Is the Montana's Brier your Super Bowl career-wise?
Yes. Yeah, the Montana's Brier is definitely the pinnacle of all events. Even though that I just did the Olympics, I still think the Brier's the top event to do.
And what makes the Brier so special?
It's the crowd, it's the atmosphere, the best players in Canada.
Are your pebbles pressurized, and what pebble heads are you using this week?
Yes, so our pebbling tanks are all gravity fed, and we're also using our plastic pebbling heads that we just brought out this year.
So what's special about those pebbling heads?
They're nice and light, so I'm getting up there in age, and it's starting to make me look like I'm 20 again, so that's why I like them the most.
What's the weight difference between the pebbling heads, approximately?
It feels like 9,000 pounds, but realistically they're only about 30 grams.
So how long does it take to do a rough texture, and how many times per game do you update the texture?
So when we first got here, we blueprinted our rocks. That's what we always do, and measure our running surfaces. And then we decided that we were going to shrink them back to our lovely 6.5 millimeters and then give them 3 pushes. So we pushed at 12 o'clock, flipped the paper around, we pushed again at 6, new piece of paper, and then we pushed again at 9 to give it the nice 90-degree scratches into the rocks. And then just this past Monday, we redid the rocks again to make sure that they're 100% by the time Sunday rolls around. You should only do 2 passes per sheet of paper. This way you don't really wear down the grit, and you get the true 80 or 60 grit that what you're pushing on.
How do you remove all the paint and commercials in the ice to hand it over to the hockey again?
Well, what we do is we take out our foam dividers, our carpet, and our our arena decking, and we hand it off to the Zamboni, and the Zamboni comes out and cuts away for 6-7 hours and makes everything disappear and back to hockey.
How long does it take you to uninstall everything after the event?
If all our volunteers are on par and ready to go, we could have the trucks loaded within 2 hours after the last rock and onto our next event.
So how long after the championship is over do you get to go back home?
I'm going straight home right after this championship. This is my last one for the season, and looking very forward to it.
What kind of water are you using at the Montana's Brier? Here?
So here in St. John's at the Montana's Brier, we're using our Jet Ice deionization system. That's what's given us our pure rainwater to pebble the ice with, and that's what's making the ice and the rocks dance.